Hello everyone. Thanks for liking my videos. This is the first video for the new year 2021. I get feedback from many viewers which motivates me. So I got few mails. Recently one student uh, he wrote to me that sir you have not made video on section and midpoint formula. I couldn't realize because it had been distance and section formula earlier. So distance has been shifted to ninth grade. I have made video on distance formula for ninth grade. I really forgot. I'm sorry for that. And one more student, he writes, sir, when you make videos physically, you stand and explain, we understand better. Thank you very much for the positive feedback. And there is always scope of improvement. Let me say one thing. During COVID time of this lockdown, I made more videos, and that was quantitative work because I wanted to do more sums to help teachers and students both. So that was qualitative and quantitative both. When I speak to you physically, I cannot solve many sums. So that was the motive only. Okay. Anyways, let us begin this topic, section and midpoint formula. Very interesting topic and simple one. Here in this topic, children, you all must be waiting for your prelim exam. So don't have pressure. I have made the videos for all the topics. And don't forget to watch my video, how to achieve 100% marks in ICSE maths. That video is common for all boards, for especially for ICSE children. So don't forget to watch that video. And I have covered all the topics. You can go in playlist and check the video of your choice. Let us begin with section formula. So you have to remember there are you draw a line. Whenever you do solve any sum, draw a line and mark 2 points A and B, and there is one point P in between. See, understand the logic. Here, you will be having 2 points always, A and B. So when A and B is there, see the marker is also gone. So here, if I take x1, y1 coordinates, here x2, y2 coordinate, and P is having x comma y, which I am considering unknown. Okay, and the ratio is given in which this P divides AB, M1 and M2. Please remember, this ratio can be M N also. In some books, it has been given M and N. So if M1 and M2 is the ratio in which P divides AB, this is one point P, this is point A, and this is point B. Now understand the relation. So this M1, this is section formula. This M1 goes to X1, X2, and then M2 comes to X1. That logic you have to understand. It goes in cross. That's it. And upon M1 plus M2. So now when you're doing it, you can write, I am finding this X. Please remember, I am finding the coordinates of point P, which is lying in between AB, which divides AB in the ratio M1 and M2. That is section formula. So whenever they give you any 2 points and third point divides them in a given ratio, then you can apply section formula. And section formula says when you are finding X, you go M1 with X2, means M1 into X2 plus M2 into X1 upon M1 plus M2. Same way we can go for Y. When you go for Y, you take Y coordinates. So for Y, M1 with Y2 and M2 with Y1 upon M1 plus M2. Very easy. Moreover, you have to remember that whenever a point lies on x-axis, so on x-axis, please remember, whenever they talk x-axis, please remember on x-axis, y is 0. So you can take point x comma 0 or you can take a comma 0. When a point lies on y-axis, please remember, when a point lies, any point may lie, suppose A may lie on y-axis, then x will be 0. B may lie on y-axis, then x will be 0. P may also lie on x-axis. Okay, so when they say on y-axis, on x-axis, on y-axis, then your x will be 0. So it will be 0 comma y, or you can write 0 comma b. You can take b. When they talk, say at origin, sometimes they may take any one of them at origin. So when A is origin, so it will be 0, 0. So all must be knowing. So origin means 0, comma 0. You have to take 0, comma 0. Now I am taking one question for you. So the point may lie anywhere. You remember this line. You remember this line, that this line is important. So let me solve one question for you. Suppose the question says there are 2 points. Okay. So point A is given 1, comma 3. B is given 5, comma 9. Okay. And M1 ratio M2 is also given 1 ratio 2. It may be any. It may be 1 ratio 2, it may be 3 ratio 5, 2 ratio 1, whatever. So you have to take accordingly. So M is given, M1, M2 is given 1 ratio 2. Now they are asking find P point. So P you can assume X, comma Y as I guided you. This you can take X1, Y1. This you can take X2, Y2. And this is M1, M2 already. Now you write your formula. If you can remember, I had one formula for you. So now you have to substitute these values there. So your X will be equal to, I am having this formula as you can see, M1 X2. So what is M1? 1. So 1 into X2 is 5 plus M2 X1. So what is our M2? 2 and X1 is 1 upon M1 plus M2. So 1 plus 2. So now you can find the value 5 plus 2 upon 3, which comes 7 upon 3. So your answer is 7 upon 3. Similarly, you can find y. So when you are finding y, you will say you will say m you will say m1 into y2, or you can say m2 into y1. You go and cross. So if I say m1 into y2, so I'll say 1 into 9. So I can say 1 into 9 plus, you can use bracket because there may be negative sign at times, plus m2. So what, 2 into y1, 2 into 3. Okay, so 2 into 3. You can solve it. And upon same 1 plus 2. So it comes 9 plus 6 upon 3, which is 15 upon 3. It comes 5. Never write this answer. Sometimes examiner they don't appreciate. Small denominator you should not write. So you can write it 2, 1 upon 3. So your answer comes P equal to you can write 7 upon 3, 2, 1 upon 3, comma 5. Here, easy formula based, so there is nothing. You have to do a cross. So you have to draw a line, mark point A, mark point B, mark point P, and write the ratios, whichever ratio they have given. If they have given one ratio, it is not as per scale, but you have to go in cross. Okay, I am doing few more sums. Next time I'll try to make on big board. Okay. My next sum is, this time they are asking find the ratios. M1 ratio, M2 you have to find the ratio. If they have given you the points A, B, I should not rub the line. This is A, B line. You can make permanent. And there is one point P in between. And they have given the points. They have given the point. This is given 2 comma minus 4. You can do with me. And B is given minus 3 comma 6. And P is given 0 comma y. What do you mean by 0 comma y? Means this point lies on x-axis. So they may say in the question, if the point P lie on x-axis, find the ratio in which it divides AB and find the value of y or the coordinates of P. Now see, so M1, M2 is not given this time. But as I told you, you have to go and cross M1 into X2. So you apply known formula. Here I guide the children. Please always apply known value formula. I call it zero formula or given value formula. So when you are applying this formula, So you apply zero formula. So zero means your x formula. So zero formula means m1 into minus 3. So you will write m1 with minus 3 plus m2 with 2. Please remember, it's going easy, upon m1 plus m2. See, the logic behind is when I do cross multiplication, this entire will become zero. That is why I call it zero formula. Use zero formula. So whenever any point is given on y-axis, x-axis, zero formula comes in. Sometimes they may give you it lies on origin. So you take both coordinates zero, that time you can apply any one. So now it will become zero equal to minus 3m1 plus 2m2. See, ratio will never come in negative. Please remember it. If you are getting negative, means you are going wrong. So you can shift. So 3m1 equal to 2m2. So m1 upon m2 equal to 2 upon 3. But write answer in ratio, otherwise you will be marked 0 for the answer. Therefore, m1 ratio m2 is 2 ratio 3. Please make a note. You have to write answer in ratio only. Don't write in fraction form. 2 ratio 3. Easy? Are you following? So sometimes they may ask point P in between, sometimes they may ask ratio, sometimes may ask any unknown value. So I'll take one unknown. One more question I would like to do for you. Suppose diagram is same. I am not rubbing it. This time the coordinates are changed. So this time they have given you the ratio. They have not given the ratio. Suppose this time I take m and n. So ratio is not given. So this is given m and n because some children are habitual of taking m and n. So they will be happy. And this time a is given minus 4 comma 3 and p is given a comma 6. It means a is unknown. So we will use known formula. And b is given 2 comma 8. Please remember. So your formula says m will go with 2 and will go with 4. Cross. You have cross. So it becomes easy for you now. So how will you do? You can find, you can apply 6 formula, means this known formula. So you will be writing here. I can finish here also. So 6 equal to means y formula. You will be using y coordinate. 6 is y coordinate. So we'll be using y formula. So m will go with 8. So m into 8. Okay, n will go with 3. N will go with 3. You can write in bracket or you can write multiplication sign upon m plus n or m1 plus m2. Now you can do cross multiplication. Put upon 1. So you will be getting 6m plus 6n equal to 8n plus 3n. Children, it's easy. Why I am doing? Because you need some assistance, some help. Okay, but you do by yourself because formula is important here. And then correct substitution with sign. Please remember that is the reason I use many a times bracket. So now mm you can bring together. So you can 6n minus 3n. Why to take risk of negative? 8m. In equation I have taught all this to you. Don't take risk of negative sign. So you get 3n equal to 2m. So 3 upon 2 equal to m upon n. But don't leave the answer this way. You write line below line. So your m ratio n comes 3 ratio 2. So 3 ratio 2 is your answer. But they don't stop here. They wanted to know the value of a. So now you apply x formula. Okay. If you have not forgotten, please write x formula. What was x formula? Here you can generate your own. M will go with x2. N will go with x1 upon m plus n because I am using mn. So children should not be confused. Okay, so now substitute the values. So x means here they are saying a. So I am finding a. Now for a, what will you do? Because you already got 3. This you got 3 and this you got 2. So 3 will go with 2. So 3 into 2 plus 2 will go with minus 4. See, I am using brackets. So you will not make mistake of sign. And 3 plus 2. So when you multiply, you will get 6 minus 8 upon 5, which gives you line below line 2 upon 5. Please remember, minus 2 upon 5. The important is the sign. So a equal to minus 2 upon sign. I hope you are getting. I have given you the variety. Let me do one sum of midpoint. The midpoint is easy. Midpoint is x because m1 m2 is 1 1. So m1 plus m2 will become 2. So direct formula you can apply. So midpoint says whenever you are finding midpoint says x1 plus x2 upon 2, comma y1 plus y2 upon 2. That's it. So this is the formula for midpoint. So let me solve one question for midpoint. So for midpoint, they will give you 2 points and they will ask midpoint of that. Earlier there were many questions because they were using distance as well. Now they will not give you the questions based on distance. Okay, let me try if it works. So now they have given you 1.8, which is minus 6 comma 7. A is minus 6 comma 7. B is given 3 comma 5. I am dictating if it is not visible. 3 comma 5. And they are asking midpoint M. So you only tell me what will be midpoint. So midpoint will be x1 plus x2. You can write formula using midpoint, comma y1 plus y2. Okay. And then you can get your answer. Minus 3 upon 2, comma 12 upon 2. So your correct answer is minus 3 upon 2, comma 6. Okay. Okay. If some technical issues are there, you can write minus 1.5 or you write minus 1 1 upon 2 comma 6. You never know. Examiner will say why you're writing small denominator. So let the examiner be happy. You write in all 3 ways, I don't mind. If you write minus 1.5 comma 6, let him be happy. Let him pick here, here, anywhere. Okay. And when I do centroid, I think centroid is easy. Like midpoint only in centroid we use three coordinates. So here we used only 2. In centroid we use 3. So x3 will also be involved. So here they will use x3 and upon 3. Then y3 upon 3. So there will be 3 coordinates. Centroid is the point where all medians meet. You must be knowing one property of centroid. Centroid divides the median in 2:1. Please remember that also. If centroid is given sometime, they may ask you if it is centroid, then it will divide the line AD in 2:1. That is the property you should know. Very simple question. You can do of centroid when all 3 coordinates are given, you can find centroid. Or when they have given you centroid, then you can find the coordinate of any unknown vertex. So let me do one question from centroid. For centroid, sometimes it comes in 3 marks. So the question says, if A is given, B is given, C is given, and they are the vertices. They are the vertices of they are the vertices. They are the vertices of triangle. So A is given 7 comma 2, 7 comma minus 2, and this is given 0 comma 1, and this is given minus 1 comma 4. Okay, just excuse me. Let me connect my battery laptop. It is going on. I don't want the videos to stop. So just, you try to solve it. I decided in the morning that I will make a video for you. So now Now I have taken these 3 points, so easy you can find centroid. As I told you, centroid is what? Centroid is x1 plus x2. If they have given centroid G, directly you write the formula x1 plus x2 plus x3 upon 3. Here I am adding directly 7 plus 0 plus minus 1. So please be careful. Upon 3. So it will come 6 upon 3, which is 2, comma. There is other one, minus 2. You can write down also. This is your x coordinate. And then you can write minus 2 plus 1 plus 4 upon 3, which will give you 5 minus 3 upon 3 means 1. Okay, so you can find the coordinates. So the answer came 2 comma 1. Answer came 2 comma 1. So coordinate is 2 comma 1. The children keep on playing with these markers. I couldn't realize they are not working. Please excuse. So now this was the question where they were asking centroid, easy question. Now they may give you centroid and they may ask you any of the vertex. You may find these questions in your textbook and you can try by your own. So I am taking one last question where they have given you. So your topic is covered. They have given you ABC and they have given you centroid, as they mentioned centroid is your origin. 3 points are given to you and they have given you the centroid as 0 comma 0. Origin means 0 comma 0. Okay, let me write. So A is given 5 comma 6, 5 comma x. It means this x is unknown. Then they have given you minus 4 comma 3. Okay, and then they have given you y comma minus 2. Y comma minus 2. Anyways, they will give you one unknown from x, one unknown from y. So there is no issue in solving. Now let us solve. So you can equate with your centroid formula. So you can say, once you can say 0 equal to, add them all. 5 minus 4 plus y, because I have to add them. Minus 4 I wrote because it was minus. And upon 3. So now 3 will shift this side. But you write please using centroid formula. Make habit of writing using centroid formula and write the formula also. And then you substitute. Please. I'm saving time. So now 0 equal to, now you are just equating. So it will come 0 equal to, you can write 0 equal to, how much it comes? 1 plus y. Okay, so you got the value of y. So y equal to minus 1. Y equal to minus 1. Similarly, you can apply for other one. It was for x formula, but value we got y. Now next one you are applying with y coordinates. So you will write x plus 3 minus 2 upon 3. Same way. Same way it will come here and you will get 0, cross multiplication. So 0 equal to x plus 1 and 1 shifts here. So x also came minus 1. So your answer is, if you are habitual of writing answer, you cannot write your answer. X is equal to minus 1 and y is also equal to minus 1. Please excuse me for Marcus, because my younger one, she plays whole day with these. Okay, because they are at home. Thank you very much. If you like the video, please subscribe my channel and share with your friends and relatives, well wishers, whoever you can say. They are free videos. I have covered the entire portion of 10th grade. My videos are not only for students, they are for tutors and teachers as well. There may be some tutor who are not trained teachers or who have not taught ICSE, so they can learn from these videos. Thank you very much. May God bless you. All the best for your prelim and board exams.